Okay. Have to unmute. Let's see. Indian. There I am. Hello, friends. Okay. The day after Thanksgiving. And oh, wow. What's wrong with my YouTube? Oh, man. Come on, come on, come on. I'm trying to. My internet's not very good. Maybe it's loading. In the meantime, friends, strangers, and enemies, and kind mothers all over the world. I'm going to read from a source book in Indian philosophy. It's this. Let's skip the general introduction and go to the Vedic period. The Vedas. No, let's skip that. Well, let's go over it right quick. So what are the Vedas? Hmm, it's among the oldest Indo-European literary and philosophical works. Well, the oldest of the Vedas is the Rig Veda. The name Veda signifies wisdom, knowledge. Suggests that the road which the Vedic sages traveled was the road of those who seek to understand. The questions they investigate are of a philosophical character. Like, what is the meaning of life, maybe? Or more practical, maybe. What God shall we adore with our oblation? Who verily knows, and who can declare where it was born, and whence comes this creation? The gods are later than this world's production. Oh, this video up there on YouTube is not wanting to play. Let's go back. So I can go back. I want to play that video. So I go, that? Okay, now it's going to play. I think this is a video on the Upanishads. Something went wrong. Submit. Let's go back. Mhm. Mm. This video's from the Theosophical Society. They have someone give a presentation on the Vedas. I hit the video and it starts spinning and nothing happens. Maybe it's just that video or what? Or it's just my internet connection or what? Let's see. Let's let's play. Uh, let's see. There's another video. Man, it's pretty bad. Oh, let's see. Oh, let's go. Let's go to. Let's see. Let's go to settings. Maybe. Oops. Settings and network and about. And, well, it's currently not connected to the internet. Oh, it says it. Let's try this one. Let's connect. It had the password saved, just wasn't connected, I guess. Or it's very weak. Maybe it's turned on. But if it were, it wouldn't have shown me so much. Hmm. Here's my extender gear. It looks like it's connected. Let me unplug it and replug it. I unplugged it. Mm, 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 mm. Just checking to make sure they got power to the internet device. Oh, it's saying that. Try again, maybe. Let's try another one. This is 5G extension. 5G. Let's see. Checking wireless connection and internet connection. All right, we're getting somewhere. We got wireless connection. And do we have internet? Yes, we do. All right. Now let's go back to where we were. Let's go to. Mhm. All right, we're in business. Mhm. Oh, by the way, do we have do we have live? Oh man. No, connect to the internet now. No connection. What the hell? It just had the connection again. Maybe I have to reboot my Roku. Is there a place to reboot? Reboot. This stuff. Maybe here, maybe. Let's see. Uh, System restart. About software update. Last checked. Check out. Probably. So go back. So, factory reset, network connection reset, controlled by mobile apps. That would be good. Mhm. Network connection reset. Let's see. Let's go down here to do a system restart. System restart. Restarting. Come on. Let me go to here. Uh, Live. It says live. Oh, what's this? Oh, there it is. Oh, oh. How come it doesn't show up here? It's weird. I guess it's weird. Hmm. Okay, anyway, we're live and in color. Hmm. Let's see, go, back. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. I wonder if I can close it and then hmm, should be working. Okay, hello friends again. I rebooted my Roku. Oh, live TV. What is that? Requires. Oh shit! There's no. There's saying that there's no internet. Oh my. Let's oh, see about Roku is not connected. Why do you want to connect? What the connection is excellent. Right. So it connected quick. So no, I no. I'm having technical difficulties. Man, it's taking so long. I think it's my Roku. I need to get a new Roku. Okay. Oh, Upanishads. Okay. All right.
I am a
Oh,
primary care physician. I'm frustrated and it's just not what I saw.
so there we are. We're in business now. Oh, shoot. Gotta go back. There we go. That means it's loading. There we go. We're in business. Mhm.
Thank you very much for that kind introduction and greetings to everyone who is watching. I am Professor Jeffrey Long. I am Professor of Religion, Philosophy, and Asian Studies at Elizabethtown College in Pennsylvania. And today I will be sharing with you on the Upanishads, the sacred texts which shaped India and the modern West. This is a topic of a book that I am currently in the midst of writing. And just to give all of you a little bit of background, the Upanishads are, if you don't know, uh, part of the text of the Vedas. The Vedas are, of course, the sacred scriptures of the Hindu tradition. And in fact, they are the world's oldest scripture if we think in terms of religious traditions that have been practiced continually without interruption since ancient times. The Vedas are very ancient. In fact, they're so ancient that there's some debate about their age. The Vedas were composed over the course of a very lengthy period of time, many centuries, and the final portion of the Vedas to be composed was the set of texts known as the Upanishads. The Upanishads are particularly important as the foundation of the philosophy of Vedanta. Vedanta is one of the main philosophical traditions of Hinduism, and it has been an inspiration to scholars, philosophers, and spiritual seekers globally. In fact, many adherents of Vedanta would say it is a universal philosophy, not simply a Hindu school of thought, but a philosophy that can be found, that can be discerned underlying many different traditions. But it receives its earliest articulation, as far as we know, in the Upanishads. So in today's presentation, I want to talk about a bit about the Upanishads themselves, but also about how they've been received and interpreted through the centuries. First, by various scholars.
All right. So let's look at let's look at first let's look at where's my book? Hmm? Uh, hmm. Hmm. Here it is. One of my books. And I recently ordered on Amazon Indian philosophy, and uh, it starts off with the Vedas, and uh, after that, it goes on to the Upanishads, which is what Dr. or Professor Jeffrey Long is about to talk about. But the Vedas is chapter one. Ooh, look at that, the Vedas. So the Vedas is the review what the Vedas are. This is the oldest of the Vedas is the Rig Veda, Rig RG Veda. Veda, the name Veda, signifying wisdom, suggests that the road which the Vedic sages traveled was the road of those who seek to understand. The questions they investigate are of a philosophical character, like what God shall we adore with our oblation? Oblation, oblation. Footnote number one. Let's go to the footnote. Oh, oh. Here's one. Here's that footnote. Number one. Indra is the most prominent of the gods in the Rig Veda. He is most frequently praised for his power and heroism as the god of battle. So that's a good god to have on your side if you're going into battle, I suppose. Wait a minute. No, that's not right. The footnote that I saw here, where was it? There. Oblation. Or what god shall we adore with our oblation? No, one. That's the number one, right? That means you go down to the bottom of the page, of this page, not some other page. And it's there. There's the footnote. X dot 121. There's another footnote. X dot 129. Is that footnote 2? I suppose. Maybe that means I mean, maybe that means verse, or maybe that means chapter 10, verse 121. Yes, that's probably what it means, I suppose. I get the Rig Veda here somewhere. Hmm. Oh, let's see. Do I have the Rig Veda? Hmm. Let's see if I can find it in this pile of books. Endless pile of books. Let's see. Hmm. I don't, there's the Gita. Let's see. Do I? The, let's see. See if I can put some light on it. I don't think I know how to put the light on the camera. So I can use this light. Uh, let's see. Oh, let's see. I got um, um, let's see. Spiritual dictionary. What's that book? No, that's not it. I know it's a thick book on the Rig Veda. It's actually the Rig Veda translated into English. So where could it be? It's no thick book. Big thick book. Where could it be? Where could it be? Where did it go? What's that book? Hmm. The That's a Chinese philosophy book. Let's see. There's ISIS. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, let's see. What's this book? Hmm. Hmm. And I know. Let's see. I could use this as a flashlight. Let's see. There's the light. Uh, I know it's not around here. It might be in one of these boxes. The book on the Rig Veda. No, it's not there. Looking for the actual book on the Rig Veda. Rig Veda. The Rig Veda. I know it's not there. Not there. Not there. Oh, Anything down there? Oh, there's some books down there. Oh, I think those are the VHS tapes. No, I know it's not there. Let's see if it's anywhere over here. The Rig Veda! I found it. Incredible. Hinduism. The Rig Veda. Uh, there's the Rig Veda. I found the Rig Veda. Whoa. Here it is. The oh my oh let me get over here. How's it look? There we go. The rig Veda. Uh, excuse me. We're gonna read it. Oh. Mm. Let's see. The Rig Veda. Hinduism. The Rig Veda. World religion, $7. It cost me very good trade at a used bookstore. So, book the first, hymn 1, hymn 2, hymn. Let's go to hymn X, which is hymn 10, right? In Roman numerals. Hymn 9. Oh, wait a minute. Let me flip camera for a second and flip back. There, I fixed the problem. Now I'm getting to hymn 9, hymn 10. Oh, wait. Hymn 10 has only got 12 verses. Hmm. Hymn 10, verse 11 says, O Indra, son of Kushika, drink our libation with delight. Hmm. X129. Yeah, 129. The sixth. Sacred Rig Veda. What? Hmm. That's it. Hmm. We took a look at it. Uh, so here's another book: Indian Myth and Legend. Let's see if it's got something on the Rig Veda. Well, it's got Indra. Indra is the prominent god in the Rig Veda. It says in the introduction, the triangular subcontinent of India is cut off from the rest of Asia by the vast barriers of the Himalayas, the Hindu Kush, the Suliman Mountains, and the Indian Ocean. Its population comprises about 295 million. Now it's over a billion. Uh, so isn't it nice that it's grown a bit, or is it? What do people in India think? Are they okay with being a billion, or is it just too crowded? Hmm. That's a nice painting, you could say. Sita finds Rama among the lotus blooms. Let's see. But I'm trying to find the date of this book. Uh, Whenever this was written, the population of India, or at least the subcontinent, was around 250 million, a lot less than the population of the US. And within how long did it take to go past a billion? I can't even find the page that's got the date. No, no date of publication. Oh, what about this page here? Um, the, it's published in London. Let's see. Uh, it's got a preface. There's no date. Oh, wonderful. No plates. Introduction. Incredible. Just incredible that this book has no date of publication. Let's see in the back. It's got an index. Any date in here? Indian Myth and Legend by Donald Mackenzie. Well, this is a job for doing a little research on see the web. Let's put duck, duck, go. .com. Let's see if that works. Okay, so I type the word Indian myth and legend. Mackenzie. There's Indian myth and legend. Oh, it's Indian myth and legend. It's on Gutenberg.org and it's on archive.org. Oh my gosh. Oh, this Indian myth and legend. Mackenzie. See, Amazon. Indian myth and legend. Donald A. Mackenzie's fascinating exploration of Indian folklore. Let's see if we can find what date it is. There, folks. Are you ready to be careful with it? See, see, 2017 must be a new version. Hmm. Yeah, it's a republication. See what anybody, uh, very good, all right. Uh, Incredible English. It doesn't say anything. Editorial reviews. It doesn't say when it was first published. Donald Alexander Mackenzie. Top. The Myths of Crete. So that Donald A. Mackenzie, uh, the, oh, this volume deals with, let's see. Good. Hmm. Hmm. Let's go back. Let's go back, 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 back. Let's see. Indian legend. Let's see what this one is. Oh, oh, this is a scan of a book of the same book, pretty much. Yep. Oh, yep, that's the picture that I have in that book. There's a library book somewhere, I suppose. 1913. Oh, okay. So this book is 110 years old. I have an antique here. Favorites. Oh, so you can see PDF and you get it. Single page really PDF. OCR search text. OCRs. Let's see if I can download the OCR search text. Hmm. Hmm. Into. Hmm. How about this? HOCR. Oh, there. There's the book in text. Yep, that's what I was reading. The triangular subcontinent of India is cut off from the rest of Asia by the vast barriers of the Himalayas. In the introduction, I'm reading. And it mentions the population of India. Its population comprises of about 295 million people and is of greatest density on the fertile northern plain, which is watered by three river systems, the Indus and its tributaries on the west, the Ganges, and the Brahmaputra with their tributaries, which pour into the Bay of Bengal, south of the Vindhya mountain ranges is the plateau of the Deccan. The climate varies from temperate on the Himalayan slopes to tropical in southern India. And over the entire country, there are two pronounced annual seasons, the dry and the rainy. Our interest abides in this volume chiefly with the northern plain and the people who are familiar in varying degrees with the sacred and the heroic literature past under review, that is, with the scenes of the early Indian civilization, known as Aryan, and those numerous inheritors of Aryan traditions, the Hindus, who exceed 207 million of the population of India. Modern Hinduism embraces a number of cults which are connected with the early religious doctrines of the Aryanized or Brahmanized India of the past. It recognizes, among other things, the ancient caste system, which includes distinct racial types varying from what is known as the Aryan to the pre-Dravidian the Dravidian stocks. Other religious organizations may be referred to in passing. Buddhists are chiefly confined to Burma. Sikhs number 2 million. The Mohammedans nearly 63 million, while the Parsis number roughly 95,000. Less than 3 million natives and half castes are Christians. So, let's see. So, uh, I, I wonder if I can download this. Oh, I can copy. Maybe. But us. Oh, I can go like this. Copy and go to the. Let's see if I can find. Okay. I'm chatting live. Let's see. Um, I'm trying to. Hey, so here. Let's see. Indian myth and legend. Indian myth and legend. 1913. Text. HTML. Book by Donald A. Mackenzie. Donald A. Mac. Mac. Oh, MacDonald Mackenzie. Mackenzie. Ken Z. Let's see. Parentheses, comma, 1913. Text. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to paste the link. Let's see. Uh, there we go. Okay, so there we go. Um, let's see, go over here. So yes, that's the. I was looking at the introduction, but you can scroll down and maybe find something on. It's a long introduction. Uh, hmm. Let's see. How do I? Can't I can't do a search? I don't think. Oh, oh. Is it complete? Maybe it's not complete, or maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Well, it goes on and on and on and on. Let's see. Mysteries of creation. Mahabharata. According to Upanishadic belief, the successive rebirths in the world are forms of punishment for sins committed, or a course of preparation for the highest state of existence. In the Code of Manu, it is laid down, for instance, that he who steals gold becomes a rat. He who steals uncooked food, a hedgehog. He who steals honey, a stinging insect. A murderer may become a tiger or have to pass through successive states of existence as a camel, a dog, a pig, a goat, etc. Other wrongdoers may have to exist as grass, trees, worms, snails. As soon as a man died, it was believed that he was reborn as a child or a reptile, as the case might be. Sufferings endured by the living were believed to be retribution for sins committed in a former life. Another form of disbelief had evidently some connection with lunar worship, or at any rate, with the recognition of the influence exercised by the moon over life in all its phases. It is declared in the Upanishads that all who leave this world go directly to the moon. By their lives, its waxing crescent is increased, and by means of its waning, it brings them to a second birth. But the moon is also the gate of the heavenly world, and he who can answer the questions of the moon is allowed to pass beyond it. He who can give no answer is turned to rain by the moon and rained it down upon the earth. He is born again here below as a worm or fly or fish or bird or lion or bear. Oh my. Or the animal with teeth or tiger or man or anything else in one or another lace according to his works and his knowledge. So belief in metempsychosis is ultimately prevailed all over India, and it is fully accepted by Hinduism in our own day. Brahmins now teach that the destiny of the soul depends on the mental attitude of the dying person. If his thoughts are centered on Brahma, he enters the state of everlasting bliss. Being absorbed in the world soul. If, however, he should happen to think of a favorite animal or a human friend, the soul will be reborn as a cow, a horse, or a dog, or it may enter the body of a newly born child and be destined to enter once again the ills that flesh is heir to. Hmm. Hmm. So interesting. So that's what we have here in this book. Let's see. Uh, uh, Stop sharing. In this book, I was reading the HTML text version of this book on archives.org. This book was published in 1913, 110 years ago. So it does contain some, or it should contain some topics related to Upanishads. And this book that I found is on the Rig Veda. And in this book here, it mentioned the Rig Veda X 129. So I thought that meant chapter X, verse 129, but not quite, because there was not that many verses in X. So I don't know what that footnote meant. See, here it is, that footnote. You see that footnote right there? At the bottom, 121 and 129. See, X dot 121, X dot 129. And when I go to X in the Rig Veda, there isn't that many verses. There's only maybe 10 or 12 verses. So I don't know what's up with that. So there's the Vedas. So, but then after you study all about the Vedas, which includes gods such as Indra, oblations to gods. For example, to Indra, eternal law hath varied foods that strengthen thought of eternal law, removes transgressions, the praise him of eternal law, arousing, blowing, hath oped the deaf ears of the living, hath opened the deaf ears of the living. Firm seated are eternal laws, foundations. In its fair form are many splendid beauties. By holy law, long lasting food they bring us. By holy law, have cows come to our worship. Fixing eternal law, he, Indra, too, upholds it. Swift moves the might of law and wins the booty. To law belong the vast depth, deep earth and heaven. Milk kind supreme, to law their milk they render. Mm, creation. From fervor kindled to its height, eternal law and truth were born. Thence was the night produced, and thence the billowy flood of the sea arose. From that same billowy flood of sea, the year was afterwards produced. Ordained of the days, nights, Lord over all who close the eye. Datar, the great creator, then formed in due order sun and moon. He formed in order heaven and earth, the regions of the air and light. Ethical principles and social practices. Let's see. And then finally we get to the Upanishads. Uh, so there's the Vedas and then the Upanishads. The Upanishads refer to the end of the Vedas, the conclusion, the summary, the philosophical insight. Philosophical. Let's see. So the Upanishads are the concluding portions of the Vedas, and the basis for the Vedanta philosophy, a system in which human speculation seems to have reached its very acme. Very acme. What is the word acme? Is it like a summit? It's very summit, according to Max Muller. The Upanishads have dominated Indian philosophy, religion, and life for nearly 3,000 years. Though remote in time from us, the Upanishads are not remote in thought. In other words, it's perennial thought. It it lasts forever. The ideal which haunted the thinkers of the Upanishads, the ideal of man's ultimate beatitude, the perfection of knowledge, the vision of the real in which the religious hunger of the mystic for direct vision and the philosopher's ceaseless quest for truth are both satisfied is still our ideal to this day. The word Upanishad is derived from Upa, which means near. Ni, which means down. And God, which means to sit. So put it all together, it's saying, come near and sit down and listen to the story I'm about to tell you. About come and listen to the story about a man named Jed. The poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting for some food, and up from the ground come a bubbling crew. oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. He said, California is the place you ought to be, so they loaded up the truck and moved to Beverly Hills, that is. Yeah, that's from the Beverly Hills Upanishad. The verse, chapter 1, verse 1 through 6 or so. There are over 200 Upanishads, although the traditional number is 108. Of these, the principal Upanishads are 10. The Isha, the Kena, the Kata, the Prashna. Is that right? Prashna? Let's see. The Prashna. The Prashna. I guess it's pronounced that way. The Mundaka, the Mandukya, the Taitriya, the Aitareya, the Chandogya, and the Bradaranyaka. Bradaranyaka. Oh, the some no, the guy named Shankara, the great Vedantic philosopher Arya Shankara, Sri Arya Shankara. G, yeah, Shankara wrote commentaries on 11 of those Upanishads. These 10 and the Svetashvatara. 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 He also referred to the Kausikaki and the Mahanarayana. These, together with the Maitri, constitute the 14 principal Upanishads. So when were these books written down? Written down, as in, let's get some piece of paper and write it all down before we forget. The dates of the Upanishads are difficult to determine. The ancient prose Upanishads, the Aitareya, the Kausitaki, the Chandogya, the Kena, the Taitriya, and the Bradaranyaka, as well as the Isha and the Kata, belong to the 8th and 7th century, not AD, but BC. BC, before Christ. They are definitely pre-Buddhistic. In other words, maybe the Buddha stole the ideas from these Upanishads. Maybe not. Maybe he heard it. Maybe it was floating in the air, or there were philosophers that might have talked about them in passing while he was growing up, a teenager maybe, as a prince, learning the trade of fighting, a warrior. Yeah, Kshatriya class. We do not know the names of the authors of the Upanishads. Some of the chief doctrines of the Upanishads are associated with the names of renowned sages, such as Aruni, Yajnavalkya, Balaki, Svetaketu, and Sandilya. They were perhaps the early exponents of the doctrines attributed to them. So the Upanishads belong to the Shruti Srishti or revealed literature and are the utterances of sages who spoke out of the fullness of their illumined experience. They are vehicles more of spiritual illumination than of systematic reflection. Their aim is practical rather than speculative. They give us knowledge as a means to spiritual freedom out of the wealth of suggestions and speculations contained in the Upanishads. Various later thinkers chose elements for the construction of their own systems, not infrequently by straining the text. Straining the text. Though a logical and coherent system of metaphysics is not to be found in the Upanishads, there are a few fundamental doctrines which stand out as central teachings of the early ones. The reflective tendency manifests in some of the philosophical hymns of the Rig Veda becomes more pronounced in the Upanishads. Hymns to gods and goddesses are replaced by a search for the reality underlying the flux of things. What is that which, being known, everything else becomes known? There is one God of whom all the Vedic gods are manifestations. For fear of whom fire burns, for fear of whom the sun shines, for fear of whom the winds, clouds, and death perform their offices. The real, which is at the heart of the universe, is reflected in the infinite depths of the self. Brahman, the ultimate, as discovered objectively, is Atman, the ultimate, as discovered introspectively. Tatwan Asi, Tatvam Asi. TATTV as in Victor, AM Asi, ASI. It means that art thou. That art thou. Tatswam Asi. And truth is within us. When we realize the universal self with a capital S, the universal self in us, when and what may anybody fear or worship? The supreme in its inner being as the one self subsistent reality cannot be defined by logical categories or linguistic symbols. It is the incomprehensible nirguna, qualityless Brahman, the pure absolute. It is envisaged as saguna with qualities, Brahman or Ishvara, a personal God, when it, with a capital I, is as the source, ground, and dwelling place of selves. The Upanishads thus set forth the distinction between Brahman in itself and Brahman in the universe. The transcendent, beyond manifestation, and the transcendent in manifestation. The self pure and essential, and the self in the individual selves. Hmm. Hmm. That's Indian from Indian philosophy. But why read about it when you can hear it in a lecture, in a presentation, starring a professor that is has been thinking about it for a long time. Professor Jeffrey Long. Let's listen to him talk about the Upanishads right here. Maybe I should go. Let's see, wait. It's loading. Takes a while. Here, patience. Oh, it failed. So, let's see. Hmm. Don't tell me that I lost internet again. This is getting tiresome. Hmm. I'm gonna exit YouTube and then sign into YouTube. Oh man, again. Why is it failing me? Why are you failing me? Let's try this one. Connect. Yep, yep. So now it's working, but who knows for how long or how well? Let's see. So, yay, YouTube. How come it looks yellow? It's supposed to be red. Hmm, it's taking too long. Boy, my signal is pretty bad. I don't know why. Could be my Roku device. Hmm. Go back to YouTube. Oh boy. This is not very good. And I'm going to give up. I'm going to give up. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try something better. I'm going to go to, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. Well, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Go back here. Let's see. I'm going to change channel. Oh, I found it. Let's see. Let's see. Then we go change. Let's see. I hope I got this right. So I go to share and going to share the video. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Big eye. Let's see if it works. Mm-mm. Oh, all right. Pretty good, huh? All right. Wow. Mm, mm-hmm. Mm, 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 mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, here we go. Oh, boy. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. What's going on? Ah. Hmm. There we go. Ah. What's wrong with you? Oh man. What's going on? How come it won't stay? Hmm. Hmm. So there you have it. The Upanishads. Well, the first 20 minutes of an hour discourse by Jeffrey Jeffrey Long, PhD. Dr. Jeffrey Long, covering the Upanishads. Very good. Very good. Dr. Jeffrey Long is a professor of religion and Asian studies at Elizabethtown College in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. He's got a graduate degrees from University of Chicago Divinity School and an undergraduate degree from the University of Notre Dame. He also studied for 2 years at Jawaharlal Nehru University in New Delhi, India. So he's the author of A Vision for Hinduism and Jainism and a historical dictionary of Hinduism and Hinduism in America and a variety of articles and essays uh, in edited volumes available in Amazon. So you can get his a book on Jainism and on Hinduism. Let's see, can I copy this one? Hmm, does it get copied? Or do I have to click on it? There's Jainism. Jeffrey D. Long wrote that. Yeah. Jainism is a small religion. It's a very old religion. It is pretty strict. It requires vegetarianism. There's only 4 million Jains in India, or maybe less. Hmm. Okay, so that's one of the books by the same author. Let's follow him. Can we follow him? Following. Okay. So let's stop sharing and let's go over here. Oh, you know what? Let's go tap on this and go to YouTube. And then we can go into this. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. It's an immense topic, the Upanishads, but we got a little taste of it, and let's see. So I'm going to finalize finalize this session. This yogis on display. Maybe um, I could tap on this. Go type in hashtag yogis on display. Let's see. Type in yogis on display. I think that's it. Hmm. Hey, how come I'm not visible? Hey, how come? Hmm. Hey. Hmm. Anyway, maybe it's because I'm not in Zoom. I don't know. Anyway, let's flip over this side and see. So, what other books do I have here? Yes, so um, there's another book on Indian philosophy called Indian Thought. It's around here somewhere. So we saw Indian philosophy, the Rig Veda, in this 110-year-old book, uh, Indian Myth and Legend by Donald A. Mackenzie, written in 1913. Let's see what other books do I have. There's the Rig Veda. Let's see. There's the Yoga Sutras. Uh, let's see. Uh, what's this? Oh, a history of Buddhist philosophy. We'll look at that another day. Look at these. Oh, here it is. Here's the other book. Structure, structural, structural depths of Indian thought. Structural depths of Indian thought by P.T. Raju. It talks about the Upanishads. As already indicated, let me read it. Let's see. Let's see. As already indicated, what is called the philosophy of the Upanishads is not a system of philosophy, but several philosophical doctrines brought together, some of which are even mutually conflicting. For example, the statement, everything is the Brahman, sarvam kalu idam Brahman, is manifestly opposed to the statement, this is not the Brahman, and this is not the Brahman, neti neti. And a system of philosophy is needed to reconcile the two. So the Upanishads do not belong to the same time or place. Neither are they composed by the same authors. The names of many thinkers are not mentioned, although we do get some thinkers mentioned. Since since the views are many and disconnected, reconciliations, interpretations, and systematizations of the Upanishadic views gave rise to many Vedantic systems. Many views are repeated by the Upanishads in different contexts. The Upanishads do not use the same method, and often their method is not what is strictly called logical. They use in their explanations and demonstrations myths, etymologies, analogies, dialogues, etc., which are not really logical proofs. We shall therefore give the ideas of the Upanishads instead of a system of their philosophy. So, systems came in much later through the interpreters and commentators. The date and number of the Upanishads is difficult to determine. It is generally said that there are 108 Upanishads, but some scholars say that there are 200 to 300 of them. We do not know how many of them are true Upanishads and how many are spurious. The orthodox scholars, pundits, regard 10 or 11 or even 12 of them as the original and the important ones, but they are not always exactly identical. So the 11, the the Bra, the Bhadaranyaka, the Chandogya, the Taittiriya, the Aitareya, the Katha, the Isha, the Kena, the Svatara, the Prashna, the Mundaka, and the Mandukya seem to be the most important and to belong very likely to a chronological order. The first being the earliest. It is said that the Bhadaranyaka belonged to the 9th century and that all the important Upanishads were composed before the 4th century. A few of the others may have been composed before the 4th century, but most of them later. In presenting the ideas and doctrines of the Upanishads, the present work follows, on the whole, traditional commentators who ignored the chronological order of the Upanishads and started with the Isavasya, or simply called Isa. Hmm. Hmm. And there's more about the Upanishads in this book, or to talk about. And it goes on into each one. What is each of the 10 or 11 or so? What does each one talk about? So we get a good idea what to expect if we went to get into one or the other or hear about one or the other. So there you have it. Let's see, let's switch over here. So there you have it, folks. We just we just touched the tip of a infinitely sized iceberg. And so I just wanted to get familiar with the Upanishads, and there you have it. What what have we learned? Nothing, but that's okay. We'll try again next time. So, but whatever merit you think I have collected, or that I think I have collected, and you think that you've collected, may we all together give it away to all sentient beings, to all my kind mothers. Yay! So that we don't lose it when we do stupid things. Like yesterday, I drove with my lights turned off at night, and so I got stopped by the police and got a citation. Oh boy.